Hello, Miss Hurst here, and today we are going to make Thai chicken curry. The equipment you need is 2 chopping boards, one for the chicken, one for the vegetables, 2 knives, one for the chicken, one for vegetables, a large bowl, a wok or a large saucepan with a lid, a sieve, wooden spoon, 2 teaspoons, and a large mug. To serve for, the ingredients that you need are 2 large chicken breasts diced. You can purchase already cut up, or we will show you how to do this in a moment. 1 jar of Thai curry paste. We are using green, but if you prefer a spicier taste, you can opt for red. 1 heaped teaspoon of corn flour. 1 tin of coconut milk. We are using full fat for a thicker consistency. However, you can use reduced fat due to the added corn flour. Salt to taste. A tablespoon of oil straight in your wok or large saucepan, and your large mug full of white rice. The vegetables we are adding into ours is baby corn, sweet peas or sugar snap peas, and cherry tomatoes. There are a lot of optional extras you could put into your Thai curry. For example, manchow, green beans, peppers, tender stem broccoli, asparagus, spinach, pak choi. If your chicken does not come pre-diced, the first thing you need to do is cut it up. You need to take one of your chopping boards and a sharp knife, cut the chicken breast straight down the middle and then into bite-sized pieces. Imagine the pieces on a spoon to gauge the size of each piece. Put the chicken straight into your large bowl, and then once you have finished, you will need to rinse your chopping board and knife to prevent any cross-contamination with cutting of raw meat. Use a teaspoon to add half a jar of your curry paste to the raw chicken and then mix thoroughly. Leave to one side whilst you prepare the other ingredients. Next, we're going to mix up the corn flour so it's ready. 1 heaped teaspoon into a small bowl or mug with a little water and mix to make sure there are no lumps. With the chicken prepared, it's time to start the rice. 1 large mug is enough for 4 people. It needs to be washed first to stop it clumping together. Tip into the sieve and run water through until the water runs clear into the sink underneath. Once the water runs clear, tip the rice straight into your saucepan. You need to add double the amount of water to rice. As we had 1 full mug of rice, we're adding 2 full mugs of water. If you are serving 2, it would be half a mug of rice and 1 full mug of water, and so on. Then a large pinch of salt goes into the pan and we're ready to start heating. The saucepan needs to go on a high heat with the lid off to start with. Once the water boils, we then put the lid on and leave it. Do not stir the rice at all. With the rice on to boil, it's time to prep your vegetables. You don't need too many vegetables, and some you don't even have to cut. With our baby corn, we decided to cut at a diagonal. This is called oblique. With our sweet peas, we decided to cut some in half to expose the peas inside, and some we didn't cut at all. And cherry tomatoes, we simply just cut in half. Check on your rice, and if the water is boiling, add the lid. Do not stir. It's now time to start cooking your curry. Turn the ring onto a medium-high heat to start heating your oil, and then we will go in with the chicken. Once the oil is hot, you can add the chicken to the pan. Try not to stir too much, as you do want the chicken to have time to cook all the way through. However, you will need to continually turn it over until it is white throughout. This type of cooking chicken on the frying pan is called conduction, as you are conducting the heat from underneath. This is why you must make sure you turn the chicken to ensure it cooks thoroughly all the way through. You can use your wooden spoon to split a piece of chicken and check that it is white in colour all the way through. This shows it is cooked and you are ready to go in with your vegetables. To start with, we will add the hard vegetables. So if you are using cherry tomatoes, mushrooms, pak choi or spinach, leave these to one side and don't add them in yet. Keep stirring your chicken and vegetables in the pan for around 5 minutes, then we will add the coconut milk. The coconut milk usually separates in the tin. It will have a thick layer at the top with a watery milk underneath. A spatula or a knife is a useful tool for scraping everything out of the tin and into your pan. Give everything a stir, and if you wish, you can add a pinch of salt to taste. Take the lid off your pan and check on your rice. It's really tempting to give it a stir, but don't. We're waiting for the water to be absorbed by the rice. Use a clean teaspoon to test your curry for flavour. If you try a piece of vegetable, you can also check how much longer it needs to cook. Generally in this dish, the vegetables are left to be quite crunchy. Next, you add your corn flour you prepared earlier in the water. Give it a stir to ensure there are no lumps before you add it into your saucepan. Once mixed into your curry and heated, the corn flour will make the consistency of the sauce much thicker. The last thing to add is any soft vegetables that you have left on your chopping board. Continue to heat your curry until your rice is ready. Once your rice looks like this and has absorbed all of the water in the pan, you are ready to serve. We are going to show 2 ways to present on the plate. The first way is to spoon the rice directly on one half, and then the curry goes on the other half. With this method, the curry and rice begin to mix on the plate. Another method is to spoon your curry into a separate bowl, so there is no mixing of sauce and rice on the plate. You can also use a mould for your rice. This is called a dariole. If you don't have a specific rice mould in your kitchen cupboard, you can use a small cup or mug, and you push the rice into the mould and then tip onto the plate. It is totally up to you how you wish to serve your Thai curry. The presentation is particularly important when you are cooking for others.